The one I couldn't have. This is my true story, and it happened in the United States. You know, they say time heals everything. That one day, the ache dulls, the memories fade, and you move on. But what they don't tell you is, some loves don't fade. They just settle quietly inside you, like a scar you stop noticing, but that never really goes away. That's what she is to me, my impossible love. We met in the most ordinary way, at a coffee shop, of all places. I was sitting there, lost in my thoughts, pretending to read, when she walked in. She wasn't loud or dramatic. She didn't turn heads. But when she smiled at the barista, that small, honest kind of smile, something in me just stopped. We started talking by accident, over spilled coffee and apologies. She laughed, and I remember thinking that I wanted to hear that sound again. And again. And again. It started innocently. Two people meeting for coffee, then dinners, then late-night walks through the city. The kind of connection that sneaks up on you, soft at first, until suddenly it consumes you. But here's the thing about life. It has its own timing, and it doesn't care about what your heart wants. She was engaged. She told me the second week we knew each other, her eyes filled with guilt. I told her it was fine. I lied. We kept seeing each other, telling ourselves it was just friendship. But it wasn't. Every look, every word, every small silence between us was charged with everything we weren't allowed to say. We never crossed that line, but somehow, that made it even harder. Because love restrained is sometimes more painful than love lost. I'd see her glance at me when she thought I wasn't looking. She'd talk about her fiancé, about their wedding plans, but her voice would tremble on the word forever. And I'd listen, nod, smile, pretending to be her friend, while my heart broke a little more each time. There was one night, I'll never forget it. We were walking by the river, the city lights reflecting on the water. It was cold, but she didn't seem to notice. She stopped suddenly, looked at me, and said, "Do you ever wonder if things could have been different?" I wanted to tell her yes, that I wondered every day, that I dreamed of her, that I loved her in every way a man could love a woman. But all I said was, sometimes. She smiled sadly and said, "Me too." And that was it. That was our confession, hidden between the lines, said in silence more than words. When her wedding day came, I didn't go. She had invited me, said it would mean a lot if I were there. But I couldn't. Watching her walk toward someone else would have destroyed me. So instead, I drove for hours. No destination, just empty roads and too many thoughts. Months passed. I tried to move on, dated other people, filled my time with work, noise, distractions. But no matter what I did, she lingered. In songs, in scents, in quiet Sunday mornings when I'd catch myself wondering what she was doing. Then one day I saw her again, years later. She was sitting alone at the same coffee shop where we met. I almost didn't go in, but she saw me first. We talked. About life, about everything and nothing. She looked older, softer, a little sad around the eyes. She told me her marriage hadn't lasted. I didn't ask why. I didn't want her pain, I just wanted to be near her again. When she stood to leave, she said, "It was always you, you know. Maybe it still is." And I didn't stop her. Because even then, I knew, timing is everything. And ours was never right. Not then, not anymore. Because, this time, I was the one who wasn't available. Now, years later, I still think of her. Sometimes when it rains, sometimes when I hear a song that sounds like goodbye. I've loved since her. Different people, different stories, but it's never been quite the same. She was the love that taught me what it means to feel deeply and what it means to let go. Some loves aren't meant to be lived, they're meant to be remembered. And maybe that's enough. Because even if she never belonged to me, a part of me will always belong to her. What do you think about this story? The real person behind it would love to hear from you. Comment below. Like and subscribe. Everyone holds memories that deserve to be heard. If there's a moment you've lived about love, loss, change, or anything that left a mark, email me your story. I'll tell it here, anonymously and with care.